I wonder how they go about figuring out what those situations are like what defines moments like that, because there are some games that are built around that idea of having the, like when we were talking about a couple weeks ago, The Division, and I think you were saying that it should have those moments, like it's a game built for that, but it didn't really deliver on that. You felt like it was kind of a repetitive, like when you got into the what was the PvP area, the dark zone, like there wasn't that feeling of you know, those story moments that you get really excited about when you're playing games like Battlefield, or when you're playing a game like in Sea of Thieves. And I don't know what it is that defines those moments. Like, it's random encounters for sure, but like those have to somehow be created in some form. Like I think in Sea of Thieves, I think one thing that'll make it successful if they do something like in Destiny, where they have these public events, you know, that take place that are things that you don't expect to come, but will randomly like open up into the world. So you're like on a destination, you're on a voyage to go collect this treasure, and all of a sudden, like the Kraken that they have, hopefully they have more things like that where it derails you from what you're doing and puts you into something, another part that you didn't know. Like you had a path from point A to point B, and that path went 5 different directions to lead to point B.
Well, and to kind of go on that point, like one of the things I think that's supposed to make a good co-op game really excel and really successful and really enjoyable, you know, it really, for me, you've really got to fill a couple of different buckets of requirements to make it good. One of which has got to be the world has got to be something that you are invested in.
Yeah.
The one that like you and your buddies are going to enjoy. I mean, I'll give a great example. When I did have a PC for a very brief time, Luis and I played a lot of Don't Starve together.
Yeah.
And I mean, man, between Luis and I trying to like find grass and rocks and food and flowers and whatever the hell else it was we were trying to get, like that world, while it's simple, it was still enriched enough to where me and him were like, man, constantly just communicating back and forth. Oh my God, we need to find more grass, quick, get more grass. And that brought out that excitement, that brought out that fun, that cooperative edge of like, oh, I found a whole batch over here, hurry, get over here real quick. That's one of those buckets, I think. And I think that a lot of video games fall short of filling that a lot.
I think that's a fantastic point. It's the biggest reason why games like Destiny only had me for so long, because the world wasn't changing. It didn't feel lived in or alive. Something like Don't Starve, I mean, at least it changes, you know? That's why I think roguelikes have the appeal that they have. And although they may not be cooperative per se, I mean, Deep Rock is technically a, you know, procedurally generated cooperative game, and that changes from moment to moment. So that's why I think games like that work. But being a world that's lived in, I think definitely helps. Don't Starve being one of them too.
Head on over to thegamer.net for our full podcast episode for our weekly game impressions and top headlines of the week.
That's one of me doing an interview. Here's one of all of us. We'll mix some cool things.
Brett's also right here.
Like this video, subscribe, keep up with all the latest video game news and opinions that you care about right here on The Inner Gamer.